Good morning. It is 4:59. I'm Will Puckett.
And I'm Madison Pergrum.
Well, before we get things started, it was official as of yesterday afternoon and even more official this morning. Madison is now officially joining our morning crew, so you will see me and her in the morning along with Kelly. So that's your new morning crew. Well, Madison, it goes left unsaid that it's been absolutely disgusting the past month and a half, it seems like. So let's bring Kelly in this morning to get a breakdown of what to expect. And Kelly, it's going to be the same question she and I asked you yesterday. Is it going to rain today?
Hey, we actually do have a very slight rain chance today, so fingers crossed about that because we will take anything we can get at this point here in the mountains. But we're off to a dry start for your Wednesday morning. Not too much fog outside of the WYMT studios, a pretty calm scene. Satellite and radar, we have been pretty dry over the last several hours. In the overnight hours, a few clouds here and there, but overall those temperatures, pretty wide temperature spread. Some folks into those upper 50s over into Corbin, lower to mid 60s for the majority of us. I know I sound like a broken record. Yes, another warm day is on the way, but a few changes are in the forecast, and I will have those details in just a little bit, guys.
Well, thanks, Kelly. We now know the name of the man killed in a crash in Perry County on Friday. State police say 47-year-old Timmy Coots was driving along Kentucky 463 when he crossed the center line. He hit a dump truck, then went into a curve on the wrong side of the road and hit another dump truck. Coots died at the scene. Two others in the car with Coots were airlifted to the hospital but are okay. Police say they suspect Coots was impaired.
Well, two middle schoolers in Floyd County are now facing felony charges after being accused of bringing knives to school. Last week, deputies with the Floyd County Sheriff's Office were alerted to a potential safety concern at John M. Stumbo Elementary School. Both 13-year-olds, 8th grade girls, are charged with possession of a weapon on school property, while also one of them is also charged with terroristic threatening. Identities will not be released due to their age. No court date is set.
Well, dry weather has first responders and county officials across Kentucky concerned. The Floyd County Judge Executive's Office announced an early burn ban for the county. The State Division of Forestry's daytime burn bans will go into effect for everyone in Kentucky on October 1st. Floyd County is one of several counties that have opted to initiate an early ban. We have a full list of those counties on our website at WYMT.com.
Now, as that burn ban went into effect in Floyd County, crews responded to an out-of-control fire near the Iville community. Forestry officials tell us it was 80 acres in size, and 4 departments from Floyd County and Pikeville were called out to fight it. The fire was contained and put out late Tuesday night.
And health officials say flu activity arrived early this year. Officials in Laurel County say in other parts of the country, flu cases and deaths have already been reported, which is ahead of the typical October through May schedule. Nurses hope that everyone will get vaccinated, especially those around infants who cannot be vaccinated.
So especially those caretakers, to be sure that they're vaccinated to help prevent the spread to those infants, which the flu tends to hit harder.
If anyone thinks they have the flu, they are asked to call their doctors immediately or go to an urgent care clinic.
We all have our stories to tell from living in eastern Kentucky, but one woman from Leslie County published a book about her tales. Author Amy Brudnicki hopes her writing inspires others to tell their stories as well.
I wrote this really for me so I wouldn't forget memories, but I also wrote it so people could read it and then it would prompt them to write their own stories.
Brudnicki is having a free book signing, reading, and tea event this Saturday at the Big House in Wendover at 4 p.m. Her books are available on Amazon.
The Pike County Sheriff's Office recently bought 3 new SUVs. Sheriff Rodney Scott says it was made possible by the surplus his department carried over into the new budget year. Scott says the department returned the surplus to the fiscal court as it always does, and the court then decided to return it to the department for the purchase of new vehicles. Many of the older vehicles are worn and not capable of going into some of the more remote places in the county. The department hopes the new vehicles will eliminate that issue.
Tuesday was the grand opening for Gordman's, a new department store that took over the former Goodies building in Coal Run. An official ribbon-cutting ceremony was held to welcome a line of customers into the store. The first 100 customers were entered into a raffle and given free tote bags. A donation of $1,000 was presented to Pikeville High School during the ribbon cutting. Store manager Maxine Musick says opening day was a success.
We're really excited here at Gordman's to open. We've put a lot of work into this, and I think that the community is really excited as well, as you could tell by the lines this morning.
The Kohl Run store in Pike County was one of 17 stores opening across the country during the Gordman's grand opening tour celebration.
And Kentucky is looking for volunteers to help children in foster care. The Administrative Office of the Courts is looking for people to review the children's cases and to find permanent homes as quickly as possible. To be on one of those boards, you need to apply online and complete a 6-hour training session. Several counties in eastern Kentucky need volunteers, and you can find that list on WYMT.com.
Well, thank you for getting your day started with us right here on Mountain News this morning.
And just ahead, we take a look at one group of people in West Virginia traveling to Canada for their insulin.
We keep the warm temperatures around today, but we do have a few changes to the forecast. I'll have those details coming up next.